Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie with Vintage Freak 32 and we are going to get into some fun and easy Christmas crafting. So I have this vintage tin. It's a buttermints tin. I got this off of Whatnot. And what I want to do with it is I made this tin. I got these tins together and I made this little kind of diorama assemblage. It was an old powder puff tin, and so I have an old school block that I put in there as my base with some old, foliage. But this is the idea, but we're going to do this vertically instead of putting the vignette inside of the tin. We're going to build up, which is kind of the more traditional way that people usually make their assemblages. But that red one was cute and small, and I wanted to give it a different look to it by having it upright instead of flat the way I'm making this green one, if that makes any sense to you guys. But as I'm sure you saw in the thumbnail, you'll see how this kind of will end up looking. So I'm just filling this in with some floral foam, and I'm using that like chisel spatula thing. It's actually a vintage antique tool that was from my dad's collection, and I just kept and repainted the handle green. Anyway, so this is filled with our foam. I didn't glue it down. It's pretty snug in there. And I want the tin lid to be part of the background. So we're going to shove this into the floral foam, and then I'm going to reinforce it with some glue, with some hot glue on the front and the back, because we're going to be covering the base with some snow. So I'm not too concerned with how, the hot glue is not going to be exposed. And then I have some vintage cookie cutters I wanted to put in, and I decided on this cute big gingerbread guy. He's got a lot of detail on him for being, it's not just a plain little gingerbread cutout. So I really liked that. And then I added this baker's twine that I originally was going to put around the neck, and then I decided looked like it was just choking him, and so I put it on the handle instead, and I liked that a lot better. So we're going to shove everything into the floral foam that needs to be shoved in first, and then put our snow down. And then I have these primitive old thread spools, and come on. You see where I'm going here. This is like obvious, red and green, right? So we're going to shove that thread spool in there. We're going to shove the cookie cutter in place. And then I'm going to lay down my snow base and get everything really secured down in there. So now that all the snow is down, I am going to add all the fun little details. So I have another one of these vintage candle light reflectors, and it's red and fantastic. So I'm going to glue that down, and then we're going to that's going to be the base for my bottle brush tree here. These trees are from Hobby Lobby. And what's great is that little spike in the tree is going to spike down into the floral foam. So everything's very secure. Like I can turn this assemblage at the end upside down and nothing's going to fall out. I made this little kind of button flower where I used a button and then put some vintage crafting leaves and holly berries in it. And this is the part where, the whole crafting has no rules, period, but this is where I'm just having fun and putting things together. So this actually I made with a macrame bead. The green is a macrame bead, and then I put some vintage buttons on top of it, and then a wooden spool or kebab stick inside of it to secure it. And I basically made it like a big mushroom out of it, which I thought turned out so cute. And then the 2 and the 5 are from a bingo set, and I didn't have the 25, but I kind of liked how this ended up being better, where I pulled the 2 and the 5 and put them together for obviously Christmas Day. And I am just going to continue to add some bits and bobs. You're going to see me add in some greenery in here, some random accent metal pieces. Here I'm going to put in some little, I think these are from Temu a while back. I got a whole box of various colors. the little mushrooms. Just, I'm trying to pull all the colors together. So we have the greens, the reds, the whites, you have the silver from the cookie cutter, but then there's a lot of gold, and the whole tin was lined gold. So the back side of that lid is also gold, and the lettering on the front that says Catherine Beecher Buttermints, that's also in gold. So I'm going to put some gold accents in here, but you're just going to see me put this thing together and just wing it kind of, because my crafting is winging it a lot of the times, and just having fun with this assemblage. And a lot of these items are just random knickknacks, but like these are vintage uh gift box seals. Like you would have licked the back of them and the adhesive, like licking an envelope, and they would have stuck the things. But I just have all these random, I have a whole box of random bits and bobs, and this is when they come in super handy with the assemblage. Now, because these seals are just paper, I put this wooden dowel behind Santa to give him more stability because I want him front and center, and I don't want it to crumble because it's just a little piece of paper label. So the wood block really helped to stabilize that. So I'm going to just continue adding all my fun little bits and bobs. This is just a friendly reminder that if you like what you're seeing here, please give me a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. So this last one is just a fun little repurposing some salvage. So this is like an old knob off of something, post, what have you. I painted it red, and then I took some clear wax and sealed it in, and I'm gonna basically put a bottle brush tree on it, but I'm gonna use this white vintage candle reflector, and then also remove the base off of this bottle brush tree, which was also from Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna put this through there, glue it all together, and this took me literally 90 seconds to put it together, but painting the base was the longer part. I had sanded it, painted it red with some basic red acrylic paint from the Dollar Tree, and then sealed it in with clear wax. So by Folk Art. But this is it. I added a little suede bow on top, and it's just a perfect little addition to your vignette. But that is all for today, you guys. If you liked anything here and you want to purchase it, it is available at my Etsy shop. But until then, I will see you guys on the next crafting video. Bye!